One love to the humble. One love to the humble. One love to the humble. Grace and peace be multiplied unto you. Man, listen, you know, it's just something that I'm going to talk about right now. And I'm going to sit back and chill and have this conversation. Because, you know, I don't really understand a lot of things that be going on in our community. You know, the arrogance of some of us is beyond me. And some of you may think that I'm arrogant as well with what I may be thinking and how I may come off. But I'm just going to put it out there straight up the way it is. And this ain't for everybody to like. You might not like what I'm saying. That's cool, man. But the truth of the matter is, we worship black celebrities like they gods. We put them on this high pedestal that they untouchable. You can't say nothing about them. Everything they do is so magical and majestic. It's really not, but that's what we put them at. You know what I'm saying? We put them up there on this pedestal. We the ones listen to them like they know something about what they talk about, like they know politics, like they know how to fix the issues in the black community. They rappers, they entertainers. That's what they do best. They don't know nothing about this other stuff you think they know about. See, all this kind of stuff started back in the 60s when they give us entertainers to look up to and to follow and listen to. People don't know nothing. They don't know anything, but they have us listening to them as if they somebody special and know something about what they're talking about. They know how to entertain. That's what they do. When the camera's on, they entertaining. But they want you to follow that. And if you talk against one of them, somebody got something to say to you, everybody jump on your case. We give them too much credit that they don't deserve. They deserve credit in what they do and they feel and they skill. That's what they deserve credit in. Not nothing over here in politics or activism or anything like that. They don't know nothing about that. And this whole thing about Kendrick Lamar, he had a message. Nobody can tell me the message though. See, we want this to be something so bad. He rap, he do his thing. He good at what he do, but he's not an activist. He's not a revolutionary. That stage is owned by billionaires. That stadium is owned by billionaires, and you think he get on the platform and he somehow able to get some type of message off right up under their noses? They just so dumb that they don't know what's going on, and they the ones who put him there. And you think he doing something different that only you can understand, and nobody else don't seem to know it. He got it past them. You really believe that nonsense? This our problem right now. This is one of our problems in the black community. We put too much faith into these entertainers as if they're doing some type of message. But how long they been doing these messages, and how long has the community been screwed up? Don't you think by now, if they had all these powerful messages on these Super Bowl stadiums, there's something to be, if there was such a good message, why ain't nothing changing in the community then? Oh, I get it. You got another excuse for that. It's going to be because of something else. The reason for that, right? It's always going to be an excuse. It's always going to be something else. It's always going to be something that people ain't doing when they get the message. It ain't no message, man. You can't go on that kind of platform and think you're going to rally up some kind of message. Man, if you go on a radio station and say the wrong word, they'll cut you off the air in mid-speech. And you think you're going to get on the national TV with 100 and some million people watching, and you're going to send out a message to black people only. Y'all got to get up all that. Y'all got to stop this mess. It's over with. Those revolutionary days is over. If Malcolm couldn't pull it off, if Elijah couldn't pull it off, if Louis Farrakhan couldn't pull it off, if Martin Luther King Jr. couldn't pull it off, and all of the many, many greats of that time couldn't pull it off. But now somehow today, Kendrick Lamar gonna get on stage and he gonna pull it off. He better than all of them. He more of an activist and a revolutionary than all of them because he got a rap song that he put together on stage, and now he got all these messages. Who you think put that choreography together? You think he did that? That was his doing, huh? He the one who said he want all this stuff to go like it went. He said that, huh? He controlled all that, don't he? You can believe it if you want to. He ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't that big of a message as you think it is. But you can see whatever you want to see. That's the power of the brain. You can see whatever you want to see. You can make that be whatever you want it to be. That's the power of it, of your brain. So you already got this idea that Kendrick Lamar is some type of activist or some type of revolutionary anyway. So you already got that idea. It's already been implanted in your brain. So anything that he does to you, you're going to translate that over into he must be doing something big. He didn't put that together. They put him where they want him at. They tell him what he going to do. He don't call no shots on that stage. He don't. He don't own anything. He's just a rapper that raps. He got a label. He got people to tell him what to do. You don't get on that Super Bowl because he wanted to be on there. It wasn't his choice. He's a good rapper. I'm not taking that away from his lyrical skills. But we got to call stuff for what it is and stop trying to make something be what it ain't so the people can really get better. This celebrity worship is ruining the community. We put more emphasis on what the celebrity said and what they got to do than people actually got boots on ground and know what's going on. We all are using this platform. There ain't no more revolutionary things. It can't happen with these platforms. But what we can do with these platforms is change our way of thinking so each individual can get better as a person. That's all I'm doing. My whole goal is not to be a revolutionary or anything of that sort. I know that can't be done like this. But what can be done like this is to change the mindset of some people who may be going in the wrong direction and can start going in the right direction to better themselves. You're living in a country where you can do anything and be anything you want to be, but yet we still going against the grain. We can't do that. We can't afford that. That was a time and place for that. All those people back then who went through all they went through it for that reason, so that today black people shouldn't have to go through the same things again. But we intentionally putting ourselves in a position to go through it again. We don't have to. It's already been done for us. All we got to do is capitalize on the opportunity today. But we don't do that. We create situations that ain't even there just so we can have something to complain about. We want to make things be something they're not. Oh no, nobody don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? We could just keep on doing. We just keep on doing the same thing we've been doing. Nobody cares. All people want to do is come at you crazily because you point out the obvious. This is what we do in our community. Somebody you need to go read a book. That's what they tell me. You need to go read. You need to educate yourself. I've been educating myself since 1997. I done read all kinds of books. I done studied all kinds of things. I done studied all of the activists. Half of you probably ain't even as old. Half of you probably like what? If you almost 30 years old, I've been studying this just as long as you've been alive. If you're younger than that, then I've been doing this. I started this before you was born. But most of my audience is not that age. Most of my audience in their 40s. So you know what time it is because you round about in my age range. You come acting like you don't know what time it is. See, the methods got to be different now. Ain't no more reason to be going after white people anymore. Because they ain't doing it. It ain't them. They trying to get away from this stuff. We the ones keeping it going. We don't want to let it go. We keeping it going. But we keep talking about them. They ain't thinking about us, man. Look what they doing over there. They building businesses, got families, got their whole family intact. They doing well for themselves. We over here locked up, babies born out of wedlock. We ain't building no businesses. We ain't doing nothing. Not on a scale like that, but we keep talking about them. They ain't holding you back. You can do whatever you want to do right now. You got to get off this celebrity worship because they keeping you where you at while they continue to go up. They live in their dreams. Your favorite celebrity, your favorite so-called celebrity is living their dreams. What are you doing with yours? Blaming it on somebody holding you back? You got it easier today than anybody ever has had it. But me showing you how you can be better or showing you where you're wrong at, I'm the one who don't know nothing. Listen, I don't know if y'all really, as black people, understand where we are for real, as a race. I think you're watching too much Super Bowl, too many sports. It's giving you a false idea of what condition the black community is really in. I don't think y'all really understand. I'm asking you, go and look at the stats, man. These numbers don't lie. And they also got one done by black people. It's called blackdemographics.com. All black people doing this survey. I mean, doing these stats. They go out, these are all black. They do it themselves. They don't rely on the white sources. This is black demographics. All black people that go out and get this research and get the numbers and stuff of marriages, childbirth, finances, where we at as a race. Go look at them numbers, man. If you can go look at them numbers and it don't alarm you at all, then I don't know what is wrong with you. If you can go look at them numbers and it don't bother you and you're like, well, I don't care, and you still don't want to get in line, you still don't want to try to stop this racism stuff, stop complaining. It ain't racism no more, man. That's not the problem no more. Go look at these stats, man. Look what we doing to each other. Look what, it ain't them, it's us. We can't keep blaming this on slavery no more. Man, that train that ran its course is over with for that. We gotta be real, man. We still not being real with each other. We still playing this white versus black game. It ain't that no more. The game has changed. And you keep holding on to that little small little thing right there like it's something big. That ain't it no more, man. It ain't that no more. Y'all need to really go look at these. Go look at what's going on in the community, man. Get off TV. All this fantasy stuff they're showing you, make you believe that we doing something that we're not. It ain't happening like you think. The majority of us are in trouble. Majority of us are not entertainers. It's such a small, like 1%, if that, are entertainers. Probably like a half of a percent. That is not a representation of the majority of black people. Y'all think I just get up here and just run my mouth and just talk without researching and knowing? People talk about read books. I didn't do my homework. Man, people that used to say that, I know they ain't done theirs either. I know they ain't done no homework. Because how can you tell me to do my homework if you know that if I'm telling you what's going on, and then you hear this video and then you disagree with me, then I know you haven't done it, your homework. You haven't done it. Because there's no way you can disagree with what I'm saying. I'm not making this stuff up. Keep on playing around. Keep playing. You ain't gonna have no race. Keep thinking it's a game. The more and more we keep going like this, the worse and worse our community gonna continue to get. Because ain't nobody, you can't say nothing to black people. You can't hold them accountable. And let me say one last thing. People talking about this Black Wall Street stuff. There were black Wall Streets all over of the United States at that time. But the most popular one was in Tulsa. We keep talking about Black Wall Street like we don't have black millionaires today and billionaires. But see, the problem is we talk about them like they're a different type of billionaires than the ones today. When they're not, they're the same type. We don't like billionaires. We don't like people with money. I bet you those black people back then that was in Black Wall Street was hated by other black people too. Was talked about by other black people too. That's why they didn't want to show them and help them nothing. Because they was going to get used and abused and talked about, called Uncle Toms, coons and all that. That's what we do to our rich. That's what we do to our greats. That's what we do to our smart people. Oh, they team up with white folks. They want to be like white people. They don't care about being like us. They're not like us, right? That's what we do. But yet we look at them like that was such a great time. Oh, the white people burned them down. And we mad about it. But the rich white people, black people today are just that same prototype of those back then. The millionaires, not the entertainers. I'm not talking about the ones who are millionaires entertainers. I'm talking about the ones who are millionaires from hard work and business ownership. If they went in and tore that down, you'd be happy that they tore it down. But yet, the people from back then, you think they're different people than the ones today. And you act like you hate it so much that they got their stuff took over by white people. But if you was living back then, you would have been glad because you would have said that's what they get because they greedy, they cheaters, they Uncle Tom, they sellouts. That's what you would have called them. Because that's what we do to our elite, rich billionaires. But at the same time, why they don't do nothing for the community? Who gonna do something for the community if you call them sellouts, Uncle Toms and coons? What are they gonna help you for? They don't have to do anything. But if they was going to do it, why would they do it now? Well, that's all you call them. Y'all take care.